It's Redline Day! Don't go away. Hello everyone and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Today indeed is Redline Day and the Three Blind Mice are hosting this special Redline build. This should be epic, so let's get to work. So I decided to go home in a sense, home to the original Sweet 16 Redline Hot Wheels. These early castings are my favorites, and I was shocked to learn how many I still haven't done on my channel. So, today I'll tackle one I haven't done for you yet, the Custom Cougar. This is going to be a straight-up restoration, and while the car is complete, it has a lot of corrosion, and it should give me a pretty good challenge here. I'll start out by drilling the casting apart. Now this car is perfect for shielded drilling. There's just enough of the post to hold the Vix Bit in place. Of course, the car has a base, a great interior, and an odd glass piece that is riveted in. This is pretty uncommon, and I suspect it is in part because of the way the windshield sits in the body. So, with the glass rivet drilled out, I have the car completely apart and I can prepare the posts for the screws. The Vix Bits are great to help you drill the car apart, but man, they are amazing at cleaning up the end of the post and putting a perfectly centered divot in it to help make drilling them out so easy. It really is awesome. With the post ends cleaned up, I can go ahead and drill them out, tap them for screws, and then move on. It has been a really long time since I've had a really epic warm liquid goo drop. And it's going to be even longer because this one isn't epic either. Well, you know, it was still fun, just not epic. While the goo does its thing, I'll pay attention to the minutia and start sanding down the glass. I'm going to use a 1000 grit sanding spun to smooth this little sucker out, and then we can press forward. Once the glass is smooth, I'll take out the amazing Flitz polish and a Q-tip, and I'll polish up the glass. You know the polish is really getting it done when it starts to get a bit squeaky. Once done, I'll buff this out with a soft paper towel, and even though it looks amazing right now, it is still going to go into the gauzy. I'm glad I'm doing all these smaller things now, so the parts will be ready right after the paint is dry. And that's just a clue here. It's a bit of foreshadowing of problems to come. I'm going to continue to deal with the sub-assemblies, focusing my attention on the base. Now, this base is actually very nice and only has a little bit of tarnish. So, it's going to take a very short bath in the lime away mixture, and that'll handle that. After the lime away, I'll give it a quick bath, I'll brass bristle brush the base, then I'll polish it all up with flits and my rotary tool. So I've been telling you for some time now about Renaissance wax. This stuff is perfect for preserving the sheen on unpainted parts. Just rub it in, buff it off, and corrosion is stopped in its tracks. Now I'll leave a link in the description for Renaissance wax, and you can also find all of my stuff on my Amazon store. So, we can pluck the body from the warm liquid goo. It really looks great. I'm very happy, so I'll just wash it up and we can see just how bad things are. So honestly, the car is clean and stripped, but frankly, it's pretty ugly. This is going to need a lot of sanding and some zinc plating for sure. Also, it's just dawned on me. I wanted this to be a true resto, so I ordered some copper spectra flame from Bright Vision, and I'm just now realizing it isn't here yet, and this needs to be done in less than a week. So I start looking through my computer and I find out that somehow I never completed the purchase of the paint. Damn it. So now I really do order the paint, and I have to pay for priority shipping and cross my fingers. I've decided for a backup plan that I'll go with brown if the paint doesn't get here in time. I'm really feeling like the wheels are starting to fly off. Anyhow, I refocus and I get back to work. I break out sanding sticks and sponges. I'm smoothing out dings and trying to make something out of the corroded dashboard area. Oh well. I end up running this car through 3 passes in the zinc plating with sanding sessions in between, and the body actually finally starts to shape up. At least it's in a passable state now. Once finished with all the zinc plating, I can go ahead and start to shine the casting up with some 4/0 steel wool, and then I'll break out the flits and a polishing wheel, and wow, I'm surprised, but all things considered, the body's actually looking, well, not too bad. So, with a few days before the video has to be out, the paint shows up, and I'm feeling like I'm getting back on track. I head to the paint booth and I start to lay down the Spectra Flame copper. Now, I start with my tack coats, then my medium coats, and by the time I get the wet coats down, I have a new problem. This final finish is too dark, way too dark. It's more brown than copper. I clearly went too heavy here and have a paint closer to a copper brown than to copper. It doesn't look anything like the original Hot Wheels copper. My wife, she thinks it looks great, and I honestly do too, but I really want this to be as close to original as I can get it. So, reluctantly, I drop in the stripper and start over. Huge mistake. As I'm mixing the paint for the second paint job, it hits me. It wasn't me, it's the paint. This paint is nowhere near to being the copper color of the Sweet 16 Hot Wheels. It's beautiful and it looks great on the car, but I'm doing a second paint job to only get the exact same finish I got the first time. This is a major bummer, and it's been a total waste of time that I really just don't have. So anyhow, the car is painted and it really looks great. It's just copper brown, not copper. Anyhow, the car is dry and I can start to mask the copper brown casting so I can paint the roof. Once masked, I'll paint the roof with the black from the Redline Shop. And as always, I'll remove the masking as soon as I'm done cleaning the airbrush, and the car really does look awesome. I have to tell you, I'm really feeling cursed here. The paint wasn't the end of my problems. While straightening an axle on the base in preparation for adding new wheels, a hub pops off and kills the entire axle. Shit. Fortunately, I had spares on hand, so I replaced the broken piece and put on the new wheels, and now I'm ready to put this car together. Everything goes together like butter, and I finally have a finished product. And while it might not be copper, it sure is a showstopper. I hope you love it. So there you have it, my custom Cougar. It tried to kill me, but I fought back and came out on top. I hope you love this build, and if so, please give this video a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss one of my restoration videos. As always, if you have any questions or comments, or just want to chit chat, leave it all down below. I love to hear from you guys. Well, that's going to do it for today. Never forget, the flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.